What's going on, everybody? It's Chris Classic dropping a video today. We're going to do something different. We're going to do the predictions. We're going to do WrestleMania Night 1, and hopefully tomorrow I'll do WrestleMania 37 Night 2 predictions. Before I go into it, make sure you subscribe to the C3 Wrestling YouTube page, and also make sure you subscribe to the Take It Home podcast. Let's get into it. First match. This isn't the order of the show. I'm just going to go off of what I wrote down from the information I collected. First match, Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's title. Who do I think would win? Honestly, I think that Sasha Banks is going to win. I think Sasha Banks is one of the women out of the Four Horsewomen who has not had a WrestleMania moment, so I do think that she will finally get one. I remember when I spoke about, I believe it was a Elimination Chamber. It was one of the previous pay-per-views where she beat Carmella. Excuse me for not remembering. And I was like, well, she's probably going to have a WrestleMania moment this year, so I think it's going to happen. I love both competitors. I do think Bianca will be a future champion, hopefully. But you know how WWE books things sometimes. You'll hype someone up and then they'll never go to a title. They'll always be a contender. I've made videos about that as well. I think that it will be a great match. I know a lot of people are very critical about women matches at WrestleMania. I do think this will be a great match. I think we're going to see things we haven't seen before from both ladies. We're going to see a lot of emotion. We're going to see a solid match. But in my heart, I do think that Sasha Banks will be victorious. The next match is Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. Now, if you follow my page and subscribe, or even see me on Facebook, Chris Classic Williams, you know how big of a fan I am of Bobby Lashley. I am also a fan of Drew McIntyre. And I think even since last year, Drew has had an incredible run as a champion and a lot of great matches, rivalries and everything. The guy shows that he can be a top guy. With that being said, I want Bobby Lashley to win. I think he deserves to win. But it seems like they are building for Drew McIntyre to get his title back. Now, I know that some of us don't like it, but at the same time, I don't mind long title reigns or people getting a title back. I do want Bobby Lashley to win it because even what I said about Bianca Belair or whatever like that is that it's a possibility that we may not see Bobby touch that pinnacle again. And you know, it's the things that suck. I mean, look at Kofi. I don't want to go into it. I want to have a good day. I expect a solid match. I expect some stuff that just make me be on the edge of my seat. I'm expecting a very great match. But I want Bobby to win, but I would have to predict that Drew would win. I'd be happy if Bobby wins though. The next match is Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus The Miz and Morrison. Okay, originally they said it was going to be Bad Bunny versus The Miz, but I was like, most likely they're probably going to change it to a tag, and they did. You know, WrestleMania, they try to get celebrities in, and I think the best way to have them go into a ring is to have a tag partner. If I had to predict, I'd probably say Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. I'm laughing because I don't want to say it's a match that I don't really care for, but we kind of saw it coming a mile a minute. We knew that Bad Bunny is good for business because people like him, the international superstar. His shirts were selling out quicker than the wrestling shirts in a wrestling company. So that says something. So you might see something to be like, oh my God, that was crazy, but do I personally think it's match of the night? No. Will it be entertaining for people who don't watch wrestling? Yes. Will it be entertaining for us as wrestlers? Maybe. Next match to discuss is The New Day versus AJ Styles and Amos. I hope I'm saying it right. I'm always butchering his name. I hear it all the time, but I always say it wrong. For the is it the Raw Tag Team Championship? For the Tag Team Championship, we're gonna go with that. I think that I'm gonna be clear cut. I do think AJ and Amos is gonna win it. I think it's just a setup for AJ Styles. Is it a Grand Slam Championship? I think this was like one of the belts that has eluded him since he started in WWE. He's won almost every other title except the Universal, I believe. But I do think this is something that's going to give him what he wants. I mean, I could see him possibly taking a break after WrestleMania, after defending the titles for a little bit. I think it'll be a solid match. You know, New Day has always delivered with tag matches. I do like how WWE has built the old school mystique of Omos. I'm trying to say his name right. I do like the fact that we have not seen him wrestle, besides us knowing that he was like the ninja or whatever like that. I do like the fact that they made this guy a powerhouse. Like, the guy snatched Big E over the top rope, and I believe threw him through the announce table at the Royal Rumble. At the Elimination Chamber, he ripped open the door so AJ can get out and go back into the Elimination Chamber. Like, he's done small things. He's kicked the chair out of, I believe it's Riker's hand when they try to hit AJ with it. Like, they showed a mystique. Like, I want to see what this guy can do. Sometimes we're just like, oh man, I don't want to see this person wrestle, they suck. But they've done a great old school build up to say that your debut in a legit wrestling match is at WrestleMania. I think the last time it was, besides Ronda, it's like Fandango, I believe. But I do think it'll be a great match. New Day does a great job. I do think that they did win the belts to eventually go against AJ Styles, so AJ and even Omos can have his moment. Next match, I don't know, y'all saw me do that, I'm sorry. Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon in a steel cage match. Clear cut, I do think that Strowman is finally going to get his hands on Shane McMahon. Did we need this match? Did Strowman need this match? Did we need to see Shane wrestle? No shade to none of the guys. I'm sure it'll be an entertaining match, but we've seen Shane fall off of cages, Hell in a Cell, Titantron, Scaffold. We've seen him doing a whole bunch of things, and it just felt like they didn't have anything to do for Strowman. They didn't have nothing for Strowman to do at WrestleMania, so Shane probably was, oh yeah, we can do something, and then this is what happened. He played the coward role. Oh, we don't have nothing for you, you're not entertaining, and then now the Strowman Express is going to run through Shane O'Mac. Possibly entertaining match. Like I said, I don't think a lot of us were really pulling for this, but we'll see where it goes from here. Cesaro versus Seth Rollins singles match. Who do I think would win? I would want Cesaro to win because he hasn't really had a WrestleMania moment besides doing the Under the Giant Battle Royal. I do think this match could possibly be match of the night. I mean, Cesaro can work very well. Seth Rollins can work very well. I think that this will be a good match. It'll be a slugfest. I do think you're probably going to see some moves you've never seen. If you haven't seen Cesaro on the independent scene, there are a list of moves that he's done. And you'd be like, man, you didn't think that he can pull that off. How does he do that? The guy's like uber strong. And Seth Rollins, he's a guy that can do things you've never seen before as well. Seth Rollins is very dope to me. I don't like much of his Messiah character, but you know, he does his best. Like I said, possibility could be a match of the night. Final match, to my knowledge, is the tag team turmoil for the women's title opportunity for the tag titles, and the people that's in it is Lana and Naomi versus Dana Brooke versus Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose versus the Riot Squad versus Natalya and Tamina. Am I looking forward to this match? It could be entertaining. You know, like I said, with WrestleMania and women's matches, when you have multiple tags or multiple women in the match, usually it's a match that's going to be probably 5 to 7 minutes, and it could be the bathroom break. No shade to these women. You know, it's a blessing to even be on the card, but we know how WWE does things with women matches. I do think my assumption could either be Lana and Naomi or Natalya and Tamina. I'm going to say that for this. With Lana has improved as a wrestler. I think that she has perfected her craft. She still has a little bit more work to do, but I think her working with Naomi, who's a very solid athlete, I think that they've been doing a great job for what they can work with. Now with Tamina and Natalya, they've been doing a thing where they are like fed up, you know, just being pushed to the side. Tamina more than Natalya, because Natalya is she was a SmackDown Women's Champion not too long ago, but Tamina has never won a title, so I can understand why they could possibly have her and Natalya go against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. So I think it's out of those two. If I had to choose, possibly Lana and Naomi, only because usually heel and heel at WrestleMania, they don't do that well, or people get bored fast. Like I said, the belts, they're not as legitimized as they should be because they make random tag teams, and this is no different to it. So these are my predictions for it. Like I said, and I predict it'll be a great show. I'm just doing predictions for WrestleMania. I know that TakeOver is tonight and tomorrow. I'm sorry, y'all. It's a lot of wrestling. I'm going to watch it and look at stuff, but I'm not going to recap it. Not saying it's not important or nothing like that, but man, it's a lot of wrestling going on this weekend. Oh, and if you are wrestling this weekend for WrestleMania, please stay safe, stay masked up, social distance, be careful. Just because you're having fun doesn't mean you can't get that Rona. You guys be safe, enjoy WrestleMania, enjoy NXT, enjoy the wrestling shows that are happening, especially in Florida. Once again, be safe, God bless, and let's take it home.